Welcome everyone to the first live stream of the OWC Citizens Reporter. Hopefully the first of many when the whole concept of the OWC Citizens Reporter is successful. My name is Alice, for the ones who don't know me. I'm a social entrepreneur and I am an active member of the network OWC Citizens. I will tell you more about what is OWC Citizens soon, but I also want to let you know what we are planning for this week's episode. In this first episode, we will meet with the founder and director of OWC Citizens, Monique van Dam. She will be here with us today in the studio. But before we get to all of that, to her interview, I want to tell you a little bit more about OWC Citizens and also about the OWC Citizens Reporter. In the meantime, if you are watching, please comment below that you are here, where you're from maybe. It's nice to know. So we can keep on interacting during the whole streaming of the episode. In the meantime, as I said, OWC Citizens, I would like to tell you a little bit more about who are we. Because if I'm telling you OWC Citizens, I'm talking about it in plural. Because we are an international network of young people around the world, of community leaders, people who are working together on sustainable topics. And as a network, a network of youth worldwide, we work together to achieve the 17 global goals for sustainable development. Well, also about this topic, we will talk later on more about this. We will find out more about this when we talk with the founder and director of OWC Citizens, Monique. But basically, what we are doing is we are trying to create a better world for everyone, including the Earth, and that we do by working together online and offline. And we do that on topics like ICT, innovation, agriculture innovation, water, sustainable energy, social inclusion, like all those topics regarding to the basic needs of people and animals and nature on this planet. But again, we will know much more about it. In the meantime, I see some of you are joining us. I see people from Nepal, I guess Pradeep, Ivan from Rwanda, welcome, and Nadina from Bosnia. So I hope many of you will join us more. And let me know as well, how are you feeling today? Write me in the comments. Before we get to the interview with Monique, and we get to know much more, hopefully, about OWC Citizens, I also want to talk to you a little bit about the OWC Citizens Reporter. This is the first episode, as I said before, hopefully the first of many. And what is the OWC Citizens Reporter? Well, actually, it's a medium to bring our beautiful network that we have built over the past few years together online. Because we know these times are very challenging for a lot of people around the world, a lot of people in our network. And that's why we find it so important to, well, bring the community together, to inspire each other, to motivate each other, to share how is the progress on our projects, to share our challenges together. Even though the whole situation, there's a lot of beautiful things happening in the network as well. A lot of new ideas are developing. A lot of projects are starting or are progressing. So we want to share with you all of that in updates and news about that. We also want to use the One World Citizens Reporter to show a little bit more about the faces behind One World Citizens, because we have been working behind the scenes for the past, 5, 6, 7 years with the core team. But we have beautiful, strong people in our network that we want to show and hopefully can inspire you as well with their actions and with their words. Starting today with the founder of our network, Monique van Dam. So that's why in the next episodes we will see how far we can bring the One World Citizens Reporter. We also would like to know what you would like to see or hear, or if you want to be involved in one of the episodes. So also that I invite you to let us know, to comment, and to be part of the One World Citizens Reporter online to bring the community together. We try to return every week on Wednesday. Let's see how that goes. 6 o'clock Dutch time. And we want to continue to the second part of this live stream, and that's the interview with Monique van Dam. And the reason why we want to start off with the interview, she is founder and director of One World Citizens, and I'm sure many of you know her, either personally or maybe even by on Facebook that you've seen her or heard from her. But our network has grown pretty big in the past couple of years, and not online but also offline. And I'm sure Monique has a lot of inspiring things to share with us in the network, and we might as well want to be able to know her a little bit better, who she is as a person as well. So we will focus the interview on sharing about the beginning of One World Citizens, because maybe not every one of you knows how it started, how it all started, what was the reason for Monique to start One World Citizens, what is the urgency of building the network. As I said, getting to know Monique a little bit more. Let's get started and invite her to this live stream. And I will see if I can call her. And here she is. Welcome, Monique, to the studio of the One World Citizens Reporter.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Elise, and hello everyone. It's nice to meet in this way. And I heard also Nepal is online, so Pradeep, I'm happy your internet is well today. So yeah, good to be together.
Yeah, and we will keep. Here's Pradeep Sutkota from Nepal. Hi, Pradeep. So yeah, we will try to keep the people who are watching and the comments be part of the interview as well. So later on, if you have questions to Monique, you can write them again in the comments, and we will see if we can involve that question into the interview. Shall we start, Monique, by you telling a little bit more about yourself? Maybe you want to tell us where you're from, and maybe what is your background a bit. As I said, maybe many of us know it, but it's always inspiring to hear. And for the people who are new, it's always good to know a little bit more about the faces behind One World Citizens.
Okay, yeah, let me start. And please interrupt me if I make it too long, the answers, yes. I can do it. But let me say, I'm right now 56 years old and living in Vlijmen, near Den Bosch, city in the south of the Netherlands. And When I look back to my youth, I'm a dropout of school. And at that moment, I thought, somehow I'm coming from another planet, I guess, because everyone seemed to be happy at school, but I couldn't finish it. And well, looking back and now, towards now, I can see, well, it was the system that I didn't fit in. And that's actually why I started One World Citizens in 2012.
Well, that's my next question actually. Like, why did you start One World Citizens?
Okay.
I'm also sure that you did a lot before that. But yeah, maybe you want to start with talking why you started One World Citizens.
Oh, yeah, I can also add a bit to the other question. I'm also a mom of 4 children. Now they're around 30 years old. And I learned a lot from them. I raised them as a single mom, so it was a good time to work together. And right now, I'm also grandma of 2 little grandsons,
Nice.
Nido, who are 2 and 4 years old.
And super cute. You sent me a picture just before, and it was like they are lookalikes. You can see their family.
Yeah, and they have many questions, of course, like we all had when we were young. And that's one of the good things to keep, yes, your whole life. Question a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay,
Can you tell us why you started One World Citizens?
yeah, definitely. I started One World Citizens because I saw 2 things. I saw the youngest generations, and they are about 10 to 30 years old, let's say. They have a different view on society, on change, on education, on work. And it seemed to me, after doing some research, that they are born to shape the new society, a new society. And at the same time, I saw in the educational system, so at school and high school, universities, there's a lack of education on the really important topics that we should learn all about. Like you mentioned before, Alice, because I could see you when I was in the waiting room. The topics like water, food, energy, ICT, technology, they should be the base of education. And because I also find out it's hard to change the school system, the curriculum. It's not easy, let's say it that way. I thought, let me start with youngsters because I saw by internet and with youngsters we can create that education already.
Yes, because also in many countries within our network, there is not even education at all or very little. So yeah, we should learn. Everyone should be able to learn about these topics everywhere.
Yeah, and it is the combination. I saw the youngest generation, to have a different view, also a different passion for things we not pay attention to enough, like older generations. So let me try to bring them together to create the education about that issues themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think that misses so much in the education system on these topics?
Um, well, the awareness that it's really urgent to learn about those topics. How can you create solutions in the future when you don't know, have not enough knowledge or examples or no experiments?
Yeah. Yeah,
Very
that's
hard.
my own experience as well. I really miss also getting into action on these topics. I missed so much about well, in the Netherlands there is awareness, or at least there's some focus on sustainability, but it's never really getting into actions and going back to what is your passion and your participation in this. So yeah, I feel the same. So well, that's
Yeah,
maybe one of the reasons why I'm so active member in One
yeah,
Citizen.
and when you say the Netherlands, so what we see here mostly in the news and in talks, it's about recycling, about circular economy, uh, CO2. How can I say it in English?
Yeah, yeah.
Carbon, yeah,
Carbon X, carbon
reduction.
dioxide. Yeah.
Yeah, But when you have a global view, when you work together with youngsters from other countries, you see it's really also about basic needs. The basic needs of clean drink water, the energy, electricity, ICT skills. So, yeah, there's so much more than we are aware of that we can work on it.
Yeah. So the focus should be more also worldwide, working together worldwide.
Yeah, we have one planet, so
and we can learn a lot from each other. We know that already by the experience it brought us. You also, I know you well. I worked very closely with you. But before you started One World Citizens, you worked also in a sort of international network, also on these kinds of topics. Can you tell us a little bit more about what was your experience in that network?
Yeah. I came in that network because I wrote a book. As a single mom, my research was how can I connect with my own children, but also with the youngest generations. And I saw, I have to change myself to to understand them better. So by that book, I got some publicity, and then someone saw me, and I was invited to join the team that was located in the south of Netherlands, in Limburg. And the team was working in a United Nations network on the program Learning for Sustainable Development. It was a 10-year program, started in 2005, I guess, yes. And it was how to get education in the school system about this important topic like water, food, energy. And I was very happy to be there in that network because I thought here is the opportunity to bring also the students themselves, the youngsters to the table of the teachers, the school directors, because these are new topics. No one knows about it already. So let's see if they can there already help with developing that education. But after 5 years, 4 years, I saw the projects in the schools of 6 weeks about water, for example, were very good. But after that, the school decided to bring the students back in the classrooms. While during the projects, they worked from their own research, so from learning by doing. And then in 2012, I thought, well, I've seen enough. It's not the time yet to bring it in the school system. So let me start an outside school network with the youngsters I met during those years. And it was international. So I saw in every country there are small groups of youngsters, actually the leaders of their generation, who have share the same vision, but also same opportunities and solutions they see. So I thought, if they see it from different countries, why not connect them on internet, via internet? And that was how it started. And I chose to name One World Citizens to start from the idea we are one world, we should work together.
And how did it start? Because I hear myself.
Yeah. Oh, that was very funny. Yeah. Were you already in the network then? By then? Not yet, I guess.
Well, I think half a year later, maybe. I was somewhere in the beginning, but like a little bit after the first group of people, because you also mentioned like youngsters and their ideas and leaders of their generation. So maybe you can also tell us a little bit about why do you think that power lies within youngsters to change the world, and so how also that it started in the beginning.
Okay, yes. Well, my English was not so well, not so good. So I thought, let me start with the Dutch youngsters I met. So I um, collected a group of 40 youngsters in the age of 10 to 30 years. And I asked them, please build a network, a platform where youngsters like you with ideas for change can meet each other online to feel I'm not alone. Mostly when you start a new idea or you have a new idea, your family and friends say, oh, first finish school and then we will see. But I thought, no, it is important you can start already from the moment you have the idea. So we had 40 youngsters from the Netherlands, and I asked them design the name, the organization model, the story, and the way to work together, to share ideas, not only that, but also help each other to work out the ideas into projects, local projects or startups. And the first the first half year, no one acted or started. They thought, well, Monique will tell us how to start. I said, no, if I have to tell it, it's not what I want. I know that you have a different view on society and everything, so you should design it yourself. And I don't want followers. I want to facilitate you, to help you to realize what you see. And then we had Ron van de Ouwerland in our network, and some Dutch words in between. He just finished his master in Imagineering, and it means that he was able to interview the group and get the story and everything out of the group. And then they really started. And then after, I guess, 2 months, they had the whole concept that still is running.
And the concept, when you're talking about the concept, what are like the core activities, or what is the core concept of One World Citizens? Well, youth, of course, but what is it that brings us into action?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. That's also why I started One World Citizens. So the concept, the name of the concept is Living Legends, and the subscription was because a better world starts with capitals someone else. And it was exactly what I read about the youngest generations. They are more willing to help and share, and they are used to internet and work together. So they think globally. They don't live locally anymore. So yeah, the name was Living Legends, a network of shared ideas, so sharing ideas and helping each other to work out the ideas into projects or startups, but also helping each other to copy the projects and startups. So it's not my idea, or I have to protect it, but it's sharing, and by sharing and helping each other really make the change they see globally.
And how do you like? We have a core activities within One World Citizens to develop your idea into action, to work on those topics and sustainable development. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? The steps towards how we work, or the steps how we work together.
Yeah, so on one hand, I asked the group then to design their own concept and everything, also the organization model, and we're still all working on it, it's still actual. And on the other hand, we knew already we had 3 main activities. We need to create 3 main activities. The first one is education about sustainable issues, and not by theory or sitting in the classroom, but by examples and by learning by doing. So sharing ideas, knowledge, and expertise to create that education. And the second is, it's very important when you have an idea that you have access to training in empowerment, in self-esteem, for example, but also social entrepreneurship, that you really can work out your idea into a project, but even better, a startup. And then the third activity, that's my dream always, and my favorite thing, is as soon as you are that active as youngster, you should be heard by local and international policymakers. They make the policy, and you have to be heard. They have to know what the youngest generations see. Then it's really about future-oriented policy making. So we create also dialogues.
Great. And social entrepreneurship part, because I know, the entrepreneurship part is, I think, very clear. So undertaking your action into a project or even a startup. But what is then the social entrepreneurship? What does it mean?
Yeah, there are many definitions, but we decided to choose this one. Social entrepreneurship means the impact of your idea and your activities are first priority, and not the profits. And of course, to make the impact really happen, you need income. So of course, there is an earning model. but the impact is priority.
Love it.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
why I also became social entrepreneur.
Yes, it's good.
Yeah, I know it by heart what it means, but it's exactly how you put it as I feel it. Um, in the beginning, I also talked about the 17 global goals. That is our framework, or that we are using to work on this better world with everyone together. I can show the viewers what like the content is, so I can show them an image of the global goals. But can you tell us in the meantime a little bit about what makes them so important to us?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So the network started in 2012, 2013, let's say, and then in 2015 the global goals were launched with the subtitle or the subscription "With No One Left Behind." And then it took us some time to learn what they really were, because it was 2016 when we had a conference with youngsters from different countries. And during that conference, we also Pradeep from Nepal was in the conference, and the team from Kurdistan, Iraq. So we had a very diverse group of youngsters, and we had the global goals. And then we decided that conference that they should be our base, because when you look at the goals, the community, they saw everything that they want to change in the world is in these goals. And with no one left behind means everyone should be involved to be part of the goals and achievement of the goals. So yeah, it's a really good document. And we decided at the same conference that we will not do it with focus on the 196 sub goals that they were
a long list.
Yeah, because they make it fake. Is that a good word? Not concrete. The decision during that conference. Yeah, it was we work from these goals with to make concrete examples on each goal. That was the goal from our goal from 2016, and we keep with no one left behind priority, and that makes us unique today.
And they include everything worldwide. So from no poverty to from zero hunger to health and well-being, quality education, which is our main focus, but also sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption. So I also feel they include everything where we need to work on, and they are the basic needs of a healthy society and a healthy planet for the future as well.
And social change. We also should change our mindset. You know, when you look at Global Goal 10, reduce inequalities, that's really important to come to a new society when we are all equal. And we can.
Absolutely.
But it takes time, of course. But the mindset, the change of mindset is also a really important part of these goals. And that's what now and then disturbs me a bit. When we look in the Netherlands to the global goals as aware of the global goals and the news and most activity, the focus is on the climate change. And of course it's important, but the social change is very important too.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do you think? Like we work very closely. Well, mostly of our network are youngsters between 10 and 30 years old. Do you think that they see these goals, that they interpret or maybe act on these goals different than the generations that came before us?
I'm not sure. What I see, one of the things that the youngest generation always have, also we, when I was young, you feel more that willing to change the future. Yeah, you have more power, more drive to really go for it. And the goals, they make it clear that you can work together on those things that you feel that are important. But you don't see it around you in the world yet, because most the most biggest part of the society is still based on, let's say, the old system, not with the global goals yet. But it will change, of course.
Yeah.
We have to. The earth is helping us, and other situations in the world are, opening our eyes, definitely.
Absolutely. And these last period, maybe even more, this last period where we see that some event worldwide can affect us, and that the only thing that can help us get through it is by working together internationally, right? So it's one of the best examples, but maybe also wake-up calls for a lot of people.
Yeah, and when you look at the goals, there's also Global Goal 17. It's about global partnerships. And that's, of course, One World Citizens also choose that name because we were aware we have one planet, we have one Earth, and we can and should act as one family. Yes, let's say that. And also Global Goal 17, most people see that they are the most important to achieve all the goals together. We really have to make it together.
Absolutely. And when we are talking about that, like work together internationally, worldwide, I want to share also, it's as it is now the from Facebook of the One World Citizens. But can you tell us a little bit about who we see here in the pictures, and what makes us an international network, and who makes us the international network? So which youngsters are we working with?
Yeah, so left picture on the top, you see the group from Bosnia. So Nadina, this is the year that we started with the Global Goals Rep Challenge. So we have Jermaine Bridgewater in the network, and we were looking how to make the people aware of the global goals more easily and with fun also. And he developed the Global Goals Rep Challenge. So by rapping about the global goals and making a video clip, share it online by Facebook and YouTube, you can become the winner. And we went to Bosnia because there's a very good school, the Srednje School, and it's near Sarajevo, but a small village with 300 students, youngsters, and a really good team of teachers who showed us how education is without budget. It's a really poor environment, but I saw the first time I came there, I visited the school with Isudin by then. I saw all the students from the higher grades, they have smartphones. And as soon as I see smartphones, I think there is connection, and we can connect youngsters, and we can start making education together. So here you see they all got a certificate because they were part of the Global Goals Rap Challenge with a lot of fun, but also really meaningful lyrics they made. And then the second picture on the top, it's Kurdistan, Iraq. It's in a refugee camp, near a refugee camp. In Kurdistan, we have Karsan, Sangar, Mohammed, and other team members, and they work on education in the refugee camps. And here you see they went to the school nearby the camp because they were able to help the youngsters from the camp with a fee for the bus so that they can go to school, but they brought that day the laptops and the internet connection so that they could be connected with youngsters from the Netherlands. So it's an amazing team. They live themselves in Kirkuk. It's not an easy city to live, not at all. And they founded their NGO to bring education in the refugee camps in Kurdistan. And they're very brave.
So there already, by these two examples, you already see the importance of ICT, right? It connects us worldwide. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So it's the basis, basic need.
And it's free. It's free. So as soon as you have internet and access to a smartphone or a laptop or a tablet, you can connect and create solutions. And then the picture in the right corner up, it's from Augustine from Marsabit, Kenya. He is founder of NPIDO, a CBO, where he brings as youngster, he creates projects with youngsters about peace building, education, ICT basic training, but also water. There's a big drought, huge drought. Oh, you can tell about it, Alice. You've been there.
Yeah, I was in Kenya actually 2 years ago. Yeah, it was an amazing time. And Augustine has a lot of youth willing to work with him on these topics, mostly water. We did already some projects that we connected them to some students in the Netherlands. But yeah, now they are taking on the action themselves, and I saw pictures on our Facebook that they are digging for water points themselves. So it's one of the basis for their future as well. Water is so important. Water is life. That's what they say. That's what they know, and they know also that they can wait a very long time till somebody comes to bring change in their community, because they already waited for that maybe 100 years. And yeah, they really see and feel water is like our future. When we are it creates a lot of conflicts in that area as well. So we have to unite and make sure everyone has access to drinking water. And from there on, we can start building a better future for the people living there. So I'm always very inspired by Augustine. It's my brother, and yeah, he's so much power, and he does such great work over there.
Yeah, in One World Citizens, we have two basic things, visions that we start from always. We believe in the power of youngsters and communities. And here in Marsabit, you can really see it works. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
80% of the people here had no access to education yet.
Yeah.
And Augustine is organizing the education now with youngsters. So it really can happen. And we are a very low budget based organization, not because we like that, but because we are. And in the beginning, when I came from that United Nations network, I had a big network with school leaders and people from all kinds of levels, let's say, in society, also with budget. And I thought, well, maybe they can help with a little bit. It was not an idea to have a big budget, but just to start. And but no one believed in the power of youngsters or dared to trust in what youngsters can. And youngsters are always in the lead in our projects. So we became very good in finding solutions with low budgets. And here in this area, like we told before, Alice, the youngsters are really trained, are so good in doing big things with low budget. So on the other hand, I'm very happy that we didn't have the budgets yet, because we can see now from experience, without big budgets, but by connection, by working together as youngsters and helping and sharing, we really can make it.
We can do a lot.
Yeah, so it makes us independent in a way. But with budget, we can do a lot more, of course. Really, really. By youngsters.
Yeah, and one of the things that we have budget sometimes for is the other picture, right, on the left, bottom left. Can you tell us about that picture?
Yeah, so this is a dialogue conference. So we organized from 2015 already youth exchanges to bring youngsters from different countries together, or also very different backgrounds, to see how can we work, build a platform with tools and training for everyone. Yes, so not only for the West, let's say. And here you see the end of the day, the dialogue day. It was about the inclusion. It's the We Grow Together dialogue conference for inclusion. And we were with youngsters and young newcomers from, I guess, 9 countries. So yeah, it's also, that's very hopeful when you bring the people together, youngsters together in action. They were already in action or gotten into action during the week, and then have the dialogue also with policymakers. it really brings the next steps. Yeah, so that's also one of our favorite things, to bring local youngsters and young newcomers together. They are the partners for the global goals as we see them together to achieve them, also in combination with the young community leaders in their home countries. So, well, maybe later more about it.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, Alice, can you tell us about the picture in the middle?
Yeah, before that, can you check if there's any screen open on your any double screen on your laptop? Because sometimes
No?
I hear myself double. I don't know how it is how you receive me. So if you receive me well,
Yeah, I receive you well. Yeah.
let's see if some people who are watching can receive me well as well, and then the problem is only on my side. Yeah, let me see the picture in the center bottom center. I'm in that picture, a little bit on the left. I guess that's 2 years ago. Last year, 2019, I guess, the
Yeah.
beginning of 2019. And this is in Den Bosch, where I did a lot of activities. But yeah, we have within the One World Citizens concept, we have, of course, working together online, as we saw in the previous projects with the pictures above. But it's also very important we find that youth, that we like-minded people from our age can get together offline as well, locally, to share ideas, to share help questions, to know that you're not alone, and together you're stronger and you can do more. So that's why in Den Bosch we started to organize the One World Citizens Global Goals Hub. It's a concept again, so to share, but it's actually once a month, a place to come together with youth that are working in different projects locally. And yeah, that you can find each other, ask help questions. And what we do is by that meetings, we also invite people in the network who have maybe a business or someone who is working in an organization or maybe even the municipality. So they can act as knowledge partners, or maybe even partners to help start or help develop a project in the area. So we see youngsters with their ideas and their projects are the center, and we invite people in the network locally to come and join these meetings. So yeah, they can see how they can facilitate those youngsters, but at the same time also see how much power there is within the youth. So it's a little bit of both. They come to help, but we come to show. Yeah, and it turns out to be a great concept. And once in a while, once every half year, we started to organize a little bit of bigger meetings. So yeah, the youngsters get a stage where they show their initiatives or their startups even, and so they present their ideas and startups. And yeah, that we also can involve the other core activity of One World Citizens is the dialogue with policymakers. So yeah, this was a picture of one of those events.
Yeah, and it's always when we come together, it's always very practical, yes, concrete, output focused, to make the next steps together. So sharing ideas we do online, but the hub and the community days are always there to really make it happen.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
for implementation, you need the local partners, of course.
Yeah. And it's a great concept we learned. So yeah, even I guess I heard the team Rwanda is also trying to replicate the concept to start a Global Goals Hub in Rwanda.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a concept to share, and if people at home or in their countries think like, okay, this is something I can do myself, bring youth together, start maybe with one project, invite people once every month, or what works for you. But it's something which can really can start and grow a local network, a support network.
Yeah. And let's say 90% we do online, I guess, and 10% we meet. You can also use the hub to train each other, maybe. So,
yeah, that's another part of the Global Goals Hub. Yeah, absolutely. And then we have one picture left, and I was mentioning Rwanda.
That's Rwanda.
Before.
Yeah. Oh.
See if Rwanda is online. I saw Ivan before. That if Rwanda, if you're here, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, well, it's exactly Ivan and his team, and the team of Necessary Generation. It's an NGO in Rwanda. Yeah, they are our partners in the network, especially on ICT basic training. And now they will start a smartphone basic training, which shows that youngsters are very able to bring ICT basic skills and smartphone basic skills to youngsters in the whole country. And what they do is they copied the idea of the basic training from Pradeep from Nepal, like the Living Legends concept, just copying good examples. And they go to schools after school time and weekends in the rural areas, and they train the youngsters during the ICT basic course. But they also train the teachers, because not all the teachers are already able to give the ICT basic training or skills themselves. So it's a really a good project. Yeah, as we all know, ICT first. Yes, then you can connect, you can develop yourself, you can find education online, and then life starts at development.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is like this picture just shows us who we are as an international network.
Projects.
Yeah, many more projects. Absolutely, many more people. And as I said before, we've grown over the past 2 years pretty big, and we hope that we can keep up that that way to work together online. Maybe in that line, I think it's also maybe too soon, but maybe not. Nice to share a little bit about the platform that we are building online, because when we are talking about online, I know that there's a little bit of confusion. Yeah, but how do you work online, and what do you do online, and how can I join you online? Monique, can you tell us a little bit more about how we work together online and how we are planning to work online in the future?
Yeah, so like you said, the first, let's say, 8 years were behind the scenes, because we first wanted to find out how can we work together online? How can we share knowledge education, but also create education together and work on projects together to really get output? And we started on Facebook, by Facebook groups, of course, and by Google Drive, sharing docs, documents, and presentations. And the Living Legends concept was already there, so also the name Living Legends. So pretty soon we had the idea we should build a platform in our own internet environment. But it took us time because we had no budget, and we first wanted to see how it really worked. And last year we had some students from business innovation, the high school or the University of Applied Science from Avans in Den Bosch. They did SDG challenges with their students from business innovation. And by that, we had a couple of teams who worked out the idea, how can we work together on a platform, and by which the software we can work together. and by that we found one, and right now we are, how can I say, designing it with you, Alice, and Carlijn, and with Edwin de Jong, so that from September, 1st of September, we really have our own place, not away from Facebook, but besides Facebook, to work in online teams, to show 2 weekly report of everything we do, because it's not, you cannot see it right now when you look at One World Citizens, or you find One World Citizens, there's not so much to see yet, but we had a reason for that. And now from 1st of September, we are lucky. We are really opening the platform, the Living Legends platform. And yeah.
So we have the premiere here today talking about the platform. Yeah, it's not open yet, and that's not accessible yet, but we are building on it, and it's great news, I guess, for everyone to join and to work even more, together effectively, right?
Yeah, and also to show the world what the projects, all the projects. Yeah.
Very nice. So I'm sure we will be sharing more about the progress of the development of the website, of the platform. But yeah, now we are coming a little bit towards the end of the interview. I want to close off with a quick round of questions for you. So yeah, feel free to how you say, like respond from your from within. You know, like what your first answer would be to the question. Let me see if I have them here, and if the viewers would like to know something of Monique as well, then please let us know in the comments. First question of the quick round: who was your biggest or is your biggest inspiration?
Yeah, that's Nelson Mandela. And yeah, especially because of his perseverance, but also, of course, with what he did during his life.
And I know you well, and I know you read this book, right? And you're recommended to a lot of people as well. Yeah. What is your favorite book then? Is it the one of Nelson Mandela, or is it one another one?
To be honest, I don't like reading. That's why I had to drop out of school. But I read a few books, of course, who inspired me. And one of them was Jugar Innovation. Jugaat Innovation. It's about how you can, innovation bottom up. That's what it's about. That we.
It's something from India, right? It's a concept from India.
Yeah, it's about India, China, Brazil, and two other countries where people who have no access to basic needs do the best inventions. And really good. And it shows also we should start working on new things for the big group who has no access yet, instead of a few who can pay a lot for an invention or innovation.
And talking about One World Citizens and the past 8 years that you started, what is your most fun memory of One World Citizens, of the activities, or maybe a memory you have?
Let me think. Many, of course, but one that I now remember at this moment is in February when we were at the airport and Pradeep and Augustine went home after 2 months in the Netherlands. We forgot the drone. And it was really, really surprising because the drone was already 1 year in One World Citizens, the topic, because it could add so much to agricultural innovation in Nepal. And many students worked on project with the drone. So finally, when Pradeep was here in February, it could go with him to Nepal and be implemented. And then we were at Schiphol, at the airport, And we took her in our hands, and Pradeep said, "Oh, we forgot the drone." And it's always it's something that in one it's okay. We are a bit disturbed, but then we say, "Okay, never mind. We found a solution."
So where is it now? Is it still here in the Netherlands?
Yeah, it's in my home at home. And now Corona is there. We cannot ship it. We cannot.
Well,
So we were
Pradeep,
waiting for shipment, or and
yeah.
the interns, so the students from the house who should go to Nepal, they could not go because of Corona. So yeah, maybe next year, spring next year.
Pradeep, you should come here soon again for your drone.
Yeah, no planes, even no cargo planes. So and Pradeep is in Bharatpur, and the whole city is locked, sealed now because of the Corona. So it will take time, definitely.
Challenging, yeah.
But it was funny. And Pradeep and I, the night before he left, we put a lot of work in making it with plastic, covering it, and make it safe that it would be good. Okay. Do you have another question, Alice?
I have another question actually. It's supposed to be a quick round.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Sorry.
But I know with working with you as well, that yeah, we get different responses to One World Citizens. Can you tell me a response that stuck to you, or that you remember now, that was a little bit like the ones that we had before, like awkward when you told about One World Citizens?
Yeah, I like it now, but in the first I found it a bit frustrating. But when I talk about One World Citizens, especially in the beginning, but even now, it's of course it's a bit bigger story. It's not one project. I always get the answer. Oh, ambitious. Oh yeah, ambitious. It means I don't understand anything about it. I don't think it will happen.
Let's hope the viewers do a little bit of this first live stream. And if not, we will do it again and again and again, and we'll keep sharing the story. That's how we go on.
Yeah, what I learned is when you see something big and new, you better not tell about it, but build the examples.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And maybe by like getting to the end of this interview, a last question, maybe to inspire also people who are watching the video, this live stream with us. What is for you the most inspiring quote, or inspiring quote, that means a lot to you, and to also the vision of the One World Citizens and our mindset?
Yeah, I learned it from Augustine, our living legend from Marsabit. So if you want to go far, go alone. No. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
It is. If you want to go far, go alone.
Fast.
No.
Sorry. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. It's the end of the day.
Yeah. So if you want to go fast, you go alone. If you want to go far, you go together, because you need each other along the way. You will need each other along the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says a lot.
We go together with no one left behind, and we have all the time.
Absolutely.
No problem.
Well, Monique,
we made it, Alice.
We made it. The first live stream of One World Citizens Reporter.
It's not that difficult.
No, it's not. But yeah, it is something I really like to continue, and let's see how it goes. And I think it's a really good medium. Let's see what the people who are watching today thought about it. I'm sure we will improve by doing it more often. But yeah, first, I want to thank you, Monique, to be a part of this first episode. Because we work together a lot, and we feel very comfortable with each other. And I think most people in our network also do and feel that. So yeah, it was a great start off of the World Citizens Reporter, and hopefully we can do this more often, have more guests from our network, from our beautiful network, more inspiring examples, etc. So yeah, thank you for being here, Monique.
Thank you, at least for organizing it, for having this good idea, this great idea of the World Citizens Reporter. So
yeah, and I'm happy today it actually went online, because last week it didn't, so that's why we had to postpone. But
thanks to Piyush, our online education artist, let's say.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Without him, we couldn't do this, no. And thanks to my lovely partner, no. Thank everyone.
And the whole family.
Yeah. Let us know, people who are watching or watching this video later on. Let us know in the comments what you thought about it. Let us know what you want to see or hear, or who you want to see or hear in the next episodes, or if you want to be part of it. Yeah, and I would say we grow together with no one left behind as the end of this live stream. So see you next time. Thank you, Monique.
Bye.
Bye.